Russia claims victory, and I'll let you hear it directly from them. I'll also let you know where President Zelensky is, which is pretty surprising, and what's happening there. Also, President Biden offers a surprise package and new sanctions, which we'll see what happens there. I got a lot for you guys in this video. Let's jump right in. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos. Here we go. Russia's Prigozhin claims the capture of Bakhmut. Ukraine says the fighting is still going on. This is the head of the Wagner group holding a flag here. Take a listen to what he has to say.
20 мая 23 года, 20.05.2023. Сегодня пополудня в 12 часов полностью был взят Бахмут. Последний участок, так называемой многоэтажки самолета. 224 дня длилась операция по взятию Бахмута. Бахмутская мясорубка. Началась 8 октября 22 года. Для того, чтобы дать возможность потрепанной российской армии прийти в себя. Спасибо генералу Суровикину и генералу Мезенцеву, которые дали нам возможность провести эту тяжелую операцию. И спасибо Владимиру Владимировичу Путину, что дал нам эту возможность и высокую честь защищать свою родину. Мы боролись не только с ВСУ в Бахмуте. Мы боролись с российской бюрократией, которая вставляла нам в палки в колеса. До 25 мая мы полностью его осмотрим, создадим необходимые рубежи обороны и передадим военным, для того, чтобы дальше они занимались, а сами выйдем в полевые лагеря. И тогда, когда мы вновь потребуемся нашей стране, нашему народу, нашим семьям, мы вернемся и защитим свой народ, если это потребуется. Владимир Александрович, без сарказма. Ваши парни сражались отважно, сражались хорошо. Если вы будете на этом пути, то вы можете стать второй армией в мире, безусловно, после самой сильной армии мира, это ЧВК «Вагнер».
Now, Ukraine says the fighting still continues in Bakhmut. But honestly, as you heard him say there, it took them 224 days just for Russia to take this one city in Ukraine, which is very far on the eastern front of Ukraine. There's literally like 85% more of Ukraine to go if Russia wanted to take the whole country. 224 days just to take this one city. So for Russia to, take all of Ukraine is, in my opinion, very, very, very far away. Almost unconceivable at this point. Of course, you could let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but it's very long in the tooth for Russia to even consider taking over all of Ukraine at this point. They could barely take over this one city. It took them almost a whole year to do so. Yeah, and this comes as President Zelensky makes a dramatic appearance in Japan as the G7 leaders take aim at Russia and China. President Zelensky arrives in Hiroshima. That's right, where the first nuclear bomb was dropped. Yeah, this comes as there's fears that more nuclear bombs could be dropped here right now by Putin. Yeah. It's kind of ironic and hopefully not symbolic. President Zelensky says that the sanctions on Russia are not working. He has a decent point because Russia, here we are over, not quite a year and a half, but a year and a quarter into the war, and Russia's just continuing to pound at it, almost like not a care in the world, going at it and at it and at it. And this comes as the G7 says, you know what? I think you're right. So they're going to add new sanctions to the pile. And President Biden set to announce new military aid for Ukraine after meeting with Zelensky. The package will include more artillery shells, armored vehicles, and anti-tank weapons in anticipation of months of hard fighting ahead. With Russia's aerial assaults pounding Ukrainian cities and Kyiv preparing for a counteroffensive, there is a growing urgency to Zelensky's appeals for more advanced weapons and tighter sanctions on Moscow. A day earlier, the G7 nations announced a string of further sanctions against Moscow, while President Biden told his counterparts he was dropping objections to providing Ukrainians F-16 fighter jets and would train Ukrainian pilots in the United States, a major advance in U.S. support, U.S. military support for the country. Biden is expected to unveil a $375 million military aid package to Ukraine, which is pretty small. Germany just announced a $3 billion package. This is money that's already approved, so they're basically just, allotting part of the approved money. Russia's not the only focus of the three-day gathering. China is also featured heavily. Differences persist between the United States and Europe and how to manage their increasingly fraught relationships with the world's second largest economy. Leaders spoke in one voice on a series of positions related to China, including the need to counter, quote, economic coercion and to protect advanced technologies that could threaten national security, while also stressing that cooperation with Beijing was necessary. The G7 as a group, quote, a growing China that plays by international rules would be of global interest. We are not decoupling or turning inwards, the communications thread. But does China play by international rules? Does Russia play by international rules and standards? Not very often. Yeah, if you look at what Russia's doing in the war, they're literally just doing whatever they want. China's known for decades of just literally stealing ideas of dozens, hundreds of companies, literally just stealing their patents and trademarks and doing whatever they want. And because of Chinese laws, it's very tough to even sue them or anything. I mean, we've literally seen, senators and congressmen in the U.S. say that China's been stealing America's ideas for years, for decades. So but on the other hand, the United States just literally buys trillions of dollars of stuff from China every year. Well, maybe billions, trillions. This is the problem, right? So they're like a frenemy. So it's just like tough situation, right? It's like keep them at bay, but like, I mean, it would be great if the U.S. made everything we needed from here at home, but we don't. We're far, far from it. Far, far from it. So now we don't get anything from Russia at this point. At this point, we're literally just trying to prevent them from, starting nuclear World War III. We'll see. But China, if we stop getting all our products from China, we'd have a serious concern, a lot more than just a run on toilet paper. And honestly, it could happen. If they start a war, if they invade Taiwan, we got a serious issue on our hands. Yeah. So I'll keep you up to date here. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos here. And thanks for liking and sharing these videos. Here's videos you should watch next. The IRS is warning millions of Americans here in this video And articles of impeachment have just been filed for multiple people here in this video. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.